Yo, what's good? It's your boy Patrick, aka Patty, aka Patty freaking Clips, here with a huge video for this year's Olympics, the 2020 Olympics. We're gonna go ahead and have a competition. Me and 8 of my closest friends went through, enrolled, and received random countries to support for this Olympics. And based on how those countries perform at the Olympics, we will have an ultimate winner, and there will be an undisclosed prize. We just haven't talked about it yet, but the winner will get something. So we're gonna go ahead and run you through our countries. So we did some countries by random. So each of us received one random country to support. So we did a little research, trying to figure out what events we need to watch and stuff like that. But then we also give the option to choose a country. So like if this was our fantasy draft, excluding like the top 3 or 4 countries with the most participants and that normally do the best. So Great Britain, the United States, China, stuff like that. Any country outside of those, if you got to choose, here's your fantasy pick. Let's see how you did. So we're gonna call this the Olympic Showdown. We're all gonna be competing in support of these other countries, striving to do well at the Olympics. So big shout out to them. Hopefully they do well. Obviously, we want it to be a spectacle for all. So we didn't want to come in rooting for the U.S. or anything like that, man. We want to show some support to these other countries, that we are excited for the games and we're excited to see them compete. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go through and talk about some of the countries, give you a little show, and we'll also hear from the boys. A couple of them were able to go ahead and hit me back and get a message out. So without further ado, let's get into it. It's our Olympic Showdown. It's technically the 20 Olympics, Summer Olympics, just delayed, but it is taking place in 2021. So we will act like that's right. So first, we got my boy Dom, my friend since middle school. I didn't go to his wedding, but it's all good. Dom will be representing Switzerland in the random draw. Obviously, Switzerland at the 2016 Olympics did medal 3 golds, 2 silvers, 2 bronzes. So they are looking to repeat that. Then he went with Germany as his chosen country due to the fact that he was born in Germany. So even though Germany is quite the powerhouse, finishing 5th overall in the 2016 Summer Olympics with 42 medals, 17 golds, we did go ahead with it because he was born there.
Yeah. So like Switzerland, man. I was happy I got that for that random one, because our boy Albie, yeah, he's Swiss, and it's close to Germany, which is the country I picked because I was born there. So yeah, they're best 2 countries gonna win the Olympics, hands down, easy peasy.
All right, big shout out to Dom. Much love. I do not think that either of these countries are winning the Olympics, as there's no technical crowned winner. But typically the U.S. does come out on top. So next we got my boy Ninty SG. Obviously, if you've watched my stream or watched the videos on my YouTube, you know me and Ninty like fire and ice. But big shout out to him for doing this. His random country was Zimbabwe, who did not medal in 2016, but obviously they do have representatives going this year. Hopefully we can get a medal for Zimbabwe. That would be amazing. And then he went and chose Canada, the better America, just not when it comes to the Olympics. But they did have a solid showing, coming in 20th. Normally they are middle of the pack, so they had 4 golds, 22 total medals. So let's hear from Ninty what his thoughts are in regards to Zimbabwe and Canada.
Hey, what's poppin', people? It's Ninty SG, aka whatever. Check me out at Twitch/NintySG. Search me up on YouTube, Ninty SG. All my plugs there, and pretty much any social media, Ninty SG, I'm there. I'm not representing them, but I picked.
He is
Zimbabwe
representing them.
as Zimbabwe got picked, and then Canada as my actual fantasy pick. We're hoping big things for Zimbabwe. You know, we're trying to come out running. I think we have track meets, right? Something like that. So that's just how it goes. But you know, we're hoping big things for the 3 people. So I think I have a high chance to either succeed or not. So it's 100% for both. So yeah, we're good.
All right, as you said, you know, he does only have a few competitors from Zimbabwe. Canada, on the other hand, does have quite a few. So looking for those 2 countries to come out strong. Big shout out to NintySG. Like you said, you can check him out on twitch.tv/NintySG or NintySG on YouTube as well. So moving on, we got my boy Papa supporting Turkey. That was his random selection, who actually did fairly okay, finishing 41st overall in the world. They did secure 1 gold medal, so looking to grow from that and maybe break into the top 20. Like I said, the winner will be decided through committee. It'll be decided through discussion. It's not going to be overall medals. Because, you know, if somebody manages to secure a medal for a country that didn't get medals, I think that does hold a little more weight than, you know, maybe a 5th place Germany kind of, you know, doing it all. So Serbia secured 8 medals in 2016. They were able to get 2 golds. Looking forward to Turkey and Serbia doing well here in the 2020 Olympics. So we'll hear from Papa about Turkey and Serbia.
Yo, what up? It's Papa.
No,
I'm a
remember?
real dad. Turkey is my favorite lunch meat, so I'm excited about that. But on the real, you know, I'm interested in seeing the events. It's nice having somebody that I'll actually be wanting to watch when the Olympics is going on.
Nice. And what he means by that, I mean, obviously we do want to watch the U.S., but for the kind of more obscure events that we typically wouldn't be interested in, by having a country to follow, I think it gives us a little interest in those as well. No disrespect, just, you know, typically we kind of watch the U.S. do their thing, and that's it. So this year, hopefully we'll be able to, you know, watch Turkey compete in field hockey, stuff like that, that we normally maybe wouldn't have watched. So that's kind of exciting. So we'll see how that goes. Next, we got Greg representing the Cayman Islands. Cayman Islands is kind of a big story this year. They do have a couple competitors Greg will talk about, then I'll elaborate as well. They didn't get a medal in 2016, but hey, I think we're ready and poised to maybe do something this year at 2020. So his chosen country is Jamaica, who did have a strong showing, finishing 16th in the world, but that was behind the great Usain Bolt. So without Usain Bolt, we'll see what they can do, if they can replicate that success, or if it's going to be a little bit of a struggle there. So let's hear from Greg.
Hey, what's up? It's the one and only Gergster, rooting for the Cayman Islands, especially for my boy Kamar Hyman on the track. You know, because I'm all about that track team. Anyways, huge shout out to the gymnastics qualifier, Reagan Ruddy. Cute as fuck.
All right. Well, that was quite the in-depth dive from Greg there. As he said, though, they do have their first ever all-around women's gymnast qualifying for the Olympics out of the Cayman Islands, which is very exciting. She will be competing in the all-around, so that is very, very exciting. It does have a couple people in track, including Kamar Hyman, who is competing in the men's 100. Very tough race, but hopefully he can have some success, and it's really exciting. So excited to see how the Cayman Islands end up doing, as well as Jamaica for Greg. Next, we got our boy Albatross, our only non-U.S. participant. So that is really cool. His random country chosen was India, who does have quite a bit of competitors. They're competing in a wide variety of sports. A bunch of people in shooting, field hockey. I mean, you name it. They are sending over 100 competitors. So in terms of the random countries chosen, he does have the most volume. But as I said, just having volume and securing medals doesn't necessarily mean you'll win, because it will be a win by committee. So we'll see how that goes. His chosen country is Italy, who is very, very strong at the Olympics, normally top 10, as they were in 2016. They did have 8 golds as well as 28 total medals, securing 9th overall in the country, or in the world, sorry. So that's very, very impressive. Next, we got our boy Kwan, representing Estonia, and his chosen country being South Korea. Estonia did secure 1 medal in 2016, a bronze in rowing. So hopefully looking to kind of replicate that and build off of it. They do have 4 people in rowing, 7 people in track and field and other athletics. So that's kind of where the majority of their participants are. So hopefully they can build off that 2016 performance. Korea obviously is very strong. Managed to finish 8th overall with 21 medals, 9 of which were gold. So very big from South Korea. Hopefully we see that same success this year at the 2020 Olympics. Next, we got my boy Parker representing Ireland, and his chosen country being Spain. Obviously, Ireland was his random pick. He did not choose them. It was randomly rolled. They did manage to secure 2 medals, 1 in rowing, as well as 1 in sailing. They were 2 silvers. So they are looking to kind of up that performance. They are sending quite a few athletes. 116 athletes are going to be competing in 2020. So hopefully, they do perform. They do have a field hockey team, as well as coming back pretty strong in rowing, and they are also they have a rugby sevens team representing Ireland. So very interesting, very exciting stuff there. As well as Spain. Spain obviously very solid. Finished 14th overall in the world, 7 golds, 17 total medals in 2016. So they are very strong. We'll see if they can replicate that success. And like I said, very, very excited to look for Ireland as well as Spain. Next, we have Justin, aka my brother, representing the Ivory Coast, and his chosen country being New Zealand. Ivory Coast did secure 2 medals in 2016, 1 gold as well as a bronze. So that is pretty exciting, especially considering the amount of competitors they send are low. On the lower side. This year they are sending 28, but a majority of that is taken up by their football team, with 18 men representing their football team. So as you can see, that's nearly 2/3 of their entire Olympic roster being in football. So hopefully they can, do some things. They do have a pretty solid group. They do have a chance. It's very exciting to look forward to them. Other than that, they do have some people in track, rowing, swimming, as well as taekwondo. Taekwondo was where they did medal as well in 2016. So hopefully, they can do that again. And men's 80 kg, they did secure gold in 2016. So looking forward to that. New Zealand, on the other hand, is top 20. They did finish 19th overall with 4 golds and 18 medals. So obviously, when it comes to our chosen countries, they are typically fairly strong. So hopefully we can see that again. Last but not least, you got me, your boy, representing Lithuania, which was my random chosen, or my random country. Lithuania, fairly strong. They did have a very good basketball team I was excited about seeing at the Olympics. Unfortunately, in the last qualifier, they did run into Slovenia and Luka, and did not manage to overcome that. So they will not be representing men's basketball, which is fairly surprising. They do have a very strong team, but we do have some strong prospects, decent amount of people in rowing as well as swimming. And in rowing in 2016, we did secure the bronze, so we are looking to step up that performance. The same 2 women are competing again for Lithuania, so that's very exciting. Hopefully we can manage to get that done. My chosen country being Australia, for obvious reasons. Australia is always strong at the Olympics. This year I feel like they do have a chance to increase that medal count. with BMX being added. They do have a world-class BMX rider in Logan Martin, ready to, and Brandon Lupos, ready to really like show out in BMX, as well as skateboarding. They also do have yeah, they're gonna be good in those two sports. So I feel like those are added medals. I feel like they can do really well there. Hopefully, those are some of the things I'm most excited about watching. So it's exciting. So that's gonna be our rundown of our Olympic showdown. As you can see, we all have our randomly selected country as well as our chosen country, and so every day I'm gonna have an update in regards to these countries. If you don't want to check in on these countries every day, we'll be trying to upload every single day of the Olympics, giving an update in regards to our chosen countries as well as our random countries, and see how we did and where we're at. So if they got golds, that update will be here. If they didn't manage to do that, I'll still try to briefly touch it, but we'll see. I'm going to be trying to watch as many events as I can, but it should be exciting. This is our first year doing this, so it will be really fun. So big shout out to all the countries competing in the Olympics. I do hope for safe travel as well as safe competition. I know the situation across the world isn't the greatest, and it has been quite the struggle over the last couple of years. But the top priority, as always, is not the games, but it is the safety of the competitors as well as everyone that surrounds the event. So much love and wishes out to them that everything goes well and everyone is safe with no complications. And I'm excited to watch. I'm very, very excited to watch. The Olympics officially start on Friday with the opening ceremony in Tokyo, but there are competitions before that. So if you are interested in softball or men's or women's soccer, those events will be taking place before Friday, starting Tuesday for us here in the U.S. So Tuesday and Wednesday, packed days. Thursday as well does have a few football matches, and then Friday, like I said, the Olympics will officially start with the opening ceremony in Tokyo. So thank you for watching. Hopefully I see you day to day. Hopefully you're keeping up with the Olympics. As always, the U.S. will dominate, but hopefully we can see some of these countries in some fields I've never watched before do really well. So thank you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you have any suggestions or any ideas, hey, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Thank you. Have a good one. See you next time.